My name is Doug Millsaps. I'm a local real estate investor, and I'm also a realtor. So I've been in real estate since '93, '94, primarily in Charlotte, North Carolina. I went from general brokerage, working for the public, to start working for myself as an investor. And two things I learned very early on in real estate: the way that you last, you either list houses or you buy and sell your own houses. So starting in '94, '95, I started buying and selling my own properties. And back then, my whole strategy was completely flipped. Buy low, fix it up, sell high. Just the past few years, I changed that strategy to buy and hold. So now I got a nice little pool of properties now. And how I acquired this property is just a simple law it's just the law of numbers. You know, you pass out enough cards saying that you're an investor or whatever you do, and then somebody will come back to you with something you might be interested in. I happened to meet the owner of this property 5-6 years ago, just in passing. So like everybody else I meet, I just pass out a card. This is what I do. And I don't know, if I hear this 5-6 years later, she says, "Hey, I have a property you might be interested in." I said, "Yeah, what you have?" And you constantly go through a lot of deals until you find one that you really like. I go through about 10 properties a month, and I might get one or two that I'm real interested in. And then it comes down to finding your niche, finding out what you like to do. I'm more into new homes right now, but every now and then I run across a gold mine that's too good to turn up. So how I ended up on this property, the lady said that, "Hey, it's completely paid off, it's a dog, it's in terrible shape, but you put a few thousand into it, it may be worth something." I says, "Well, I'll take a look." So I took a look at the numbers, and it made sense. She had wanted originally $20,000 for the property, and I went and looked at it, and I says, "No way, it's too much extensive work that needs to be done." And of course, me being an investor, I cut that in half, and I offered her 10. And then she says, "Well, I can't do 10. I got back taxes and this and that." She says, "The lowest I can go is 12. And I said, "You have a deal." You know, we shook on it, we put it in writing, and then I pursued to get the financing. Larry and his team, I'm going to be honest with you, I went through 5 lenders, but Larry and his team got it done, because too many lenders don't provide money for purchase/rehab, but Larry and his team does, and it worked out fine. And originally on the first way around, I wasn't too happy about the terms, so I called myself shopping other lenders. Well, the other lenders couldn't do what they did, so I ended up coming back to them and their terms. And at the same time, what you have to learn and know and understand is, don't let rates stop you from your realized equity or your realized appreciation. So I gave them 12 for it, had an appraisal done. The appraisal subject to is coming in at 90,000. 90,000. 90,000, yes, absolutely. But that's turnkey work, that's extensive rehab. New roof, new walls, new heating and cooling, new plumbing, new electrical, new cabinets, new kitchen, new bathroom, and that's what we get ready to embark upon doing. And the whole premises behind it is, I like what Larry and them do, because so many of us investors, we done messed it up with the lenders. Basically, we would take the rehab money and never do the work and take the money and run, so to speak. But they says, "Hey, you do the work and then we pay you," and that's fine. I can live with that. So we're doing it, I don't know, in phases. You know, right now we're just doing demolition, as you see. Then the next phase is drywall and the roof, you know. And they fund the money as you go. And as long as you follow that program, I'm going to have about, my total rehab, I'm looking at 30, 35, pushing it. And these guys blessed me with just about that amount of money to do it. Of course, I'm trying to cut corners. And there's always hired help in the neighborhood where you can save a lot of money, and I'm doing that. And so if you add 35 plus the 12 I got into it, that's 47. That's a total of 47 I got into it. Subtract that from 90, do the math. You know, it's not a bad deal. And at the same time, I'll sell anything I got in a heartbeat for the right price. And I sell everything but my kids. So this property could be potentially available to someone if they're interested in it. And maybe we could speak off the camera about that. But I do this for a living, and it's just a matter of numbers games. And